like I said, if you get severe weather, these guys should have it. They should know if you get severe weather. And with inside that app, besides showing you the, see, it looks something like that. But right here, that little green square with a lightning bolt, that's an app with inside the app. It's called Spark. You press Spark, and this thing updates every 15 seconds, gives you real time, real world, where the next lightning strike is, or where that lightning strike was. So when we see the nearest lightning strike to us right now is 220 miles away in Cleveland, Ohio. And this thing updates every 15 seconds. It has several colors. Green means you're above 20 miles an hour, or 20 miles. You get from 20 to 10, and it goes yellow, telling you you have something coming. You need to start making plans to get under cover. If it goes from 10 to 0, it goes red. And it's telling you, seek shelter now. So that way, and if you hear it or see lightning, if you see lightning, hear thunder, they're one and the same. They're not different. Lightning can travel up to 10 miles. So if someone says, I just saw lightning, stop the game, get everybody off the field, check with somebody who's got an app, even on just simple weather, from News 9 or whatever the local stations are that you can get down here, check. If you got this app, have them check that. Yep, we got lightning within 5 miles. Everybody off the field. You get them underneath cover.
You'll see me and quite likely Principal Van Etten will be sitting there, because he's a safety officer, will be sitting there keeping an eye on our phones, watching those storms, so that we know when to blow that horn too.
Right, and you've got a safety officer, which is a good thing. If you go to a field that you're not sure of, is there a league official here? I went to North Syracuse, had no clue who was here. I saw a couple coaches, a couple board members, and all of a sudden we had lightning and I pulled everybody off. All of a sudden this lady walks out onto the field and says, your game is over. And I said, excuse me? She goes, your game is over. I said, and you are who? She goes, I'm so-and-so, I'm the safety officer for North Syracuse. According to my map or my weather, we have severe lightning coming and it's not gonna go by anytime soon. Your game's over. Thank you, time to go. So when someone questions you, don't get defensive. Don't go, well, who the hell do you think you are? Because I didn't know who she was. And that would have been my first inkling had I not been a senior umpire for a long time. I would have like, lady, who the hell are you? Get off my field. I'm in charge here. She came up, she says, I'm the safety officer. We've got a bad storm coming, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a quick mover. So we're killing the game so everybody can get home, get out the field, get everything up, and get home and be safe. And then we can always come back another day to play that game. So safety, safety, safety. I mean, it's beat into my head at work. I mean, that is our #1 priority. My job is to make sure everybody that I work with, including myself, goes home safe. That's your #1 job when you walk out on that field as an umpire. You make sure every kid goes home safe. That's why you're checking the field, you're checking the equipment. The sky's getting dark. You're gonna ask, Mr. Ryan, what's the storm looking like? What's the weather looking like? Could be just clouds coming in with no rain or no storm. But it also could be the opposite. Oh, we got something coming, you know what? And then that's gonna be on their decision to say, you know what? We're calling the game. And there's nothing you can say about it because you want everybody to get home safe. You don't want anybody to get hurt. If you're in a weather delay, they're undercover. I don't think your dugouts are just fence, right, still? Or you got brick now?
It's brick, but our policy is to get players out of the dugouts and in cars.
Okay.
Or under the pavilion.
Too many metal fence, stuff like
Right.
that.
But I've had guys, I was doing a game at Clay Park North. They're opened, they're brick dugouts with metal roofs and the fence in front of them. And I'm looking at, I mean, I get one pit, literally. I'm telling the coaches, I don't think we're gonna get in. I'm looking at my weather radar and he goes, no, Blue, we wanna get the game in. We'll see what we can get in. It says, I'm thinking, I'm erring on the side of caution. I'm not gonna start getting guys like, let's play. I'm like, all right, because we hadn't had any lightning. It was just getting dark and darker and darker, and I'm looking at it going, we're gonna get lightning sooner or later, but yet it's saying I've got it within 5 miles and we haven't heard or seen anything. So I'm like, all right, we'll play until we said. Guy throws one pitch. There was a lightning strike that hit right by Great Northern, which was only 2 miles away. Says, we're done, everybody off the field. Coaches, take charge of your players. That is, you've now absolved yourself of any liability if anybody gets hurt. Coaches, take charge of your players. You and your partner leave and go someplace safe. Now it is up to the coaches to gather up the minions, get all their stuff, and go someplace safe. These guys were playing pepper with an aluminum bat. I had kids sitting on the fence, which is a metal fence, and there's lightning less than 2 miles away. And Dave Katz and I were doing a game. He goes, "Think you should go tell these guys?" I said, "Well, let's go tell them again." And we went and showed the coaches, and they were still out there swinging aluminum bats. And the only thing that stopped them, I said, "All right, we're going back because I'm looking at the radar. We're not finishing the game." So I started stripping my gear off and getting, I've taken all my gear off because, if I've got to get in the car quick, it's kind of uncomfortable driving shin guards and chest protector on. So I took all that off. I left my uniform on. And the only thing that got them off the field was when there was a lightning strike, hit the fence post down in right field. And then it was like cockroaches scurrying away when the light turns on in the kitchen. Literally, it was like, poof, gone. Everybody was off the field and in the cars. And the coaches came over to me. I said, "We're done." And he's like, "Good, okay," and everybody left. But I mean, literally, it took that to get these, I want to say they were senior players, to get them off the field. And the coaches kept telling them, "Coach, you need to get them off the field." And they weren't listening. And the only thing it took them was a lightning strike literally 400 feet away. And it scared the crap out of everybody. Because even the fans were just sitting there like, yeah, whatever. Like I said, you can tell them and you can warn them, but you can't force them. That's why you give the coaches, "Coach, take charge of your players. And then you guys go get somewhere safe." Any questions? Handling an argument. I don't know what your policy is here at Homer. I know when I was doing Gaddis is not allowed to eject anybody. The junior umpires are not allowed to eject anybody. They go find the UIC or the board member, and they let the board member handle that situation. It takes that monkey off of your back, puts it on the adult, let them deal with it. I don't know what your policy is here for these guys.
Basically, we say, "Come see one of us board members. We will take care of the situation for you. You guys are too young to have to put up."
Right. I don't know what you guys get paid as a stipend or whatever, but you guys don't get paid enough to take the abuse that a coach can give you. I mean, really, I don't get paid enough to take the abuse, but I take it anyways, because that's my job. You're gonna listen and acknowledge the coach's argument. You're gonna make your point, make your ruling, and you move on. It's not a debate. You're not going pro and con. He says this is what happened. I says, "Lou or Coach, this is the ruling. This is my call. End of story. Back to your dugout." Your partner should slide in behind you and listen. And then after you said, "We're done," go to your dugout, and you start to walk away, and he starts following. Your partner should step right in and say, "Sir, you need to go to your dugout." You're not going to forcibly push him or anything. You're just going to, "Sir, you need to go to your dugout. Get this taken, sir." And then you guys can go over and convene. Get Mr. Reiner, get a board member to come over and say, "This is what happened. This is my ruling. This is what the coach is saying." Now you've taken the monkey, you've given it to him, and he's going to take care of the issue. You're not going to provoke him. You're not going to put your finger in his chest. You're not going to get down on. You're not going to get into his face. You're not going to use profanity. I may swear every once in a while here. I don't swear on that field, nor should you. It's disrespectful, and it shows you how less class you've got if you're starting to drop an F-bomb. And there is no swearing in Little League from anybody, player, coach, fans, umpires. Don't get in the coach's face or the player's face, and if the coach gets personal, it's time for him to leave. That's enough, you're done. Goodbye, sir. And like I said, going back to that one guy, we had a 5-minute argument. His daughter was having a tough time finding the plate, and she was crying. He went out there to console her, and I gave him a good minute. And I walked out there and said, "Come on, coach, let's go. Time to go." And he whipped around and goes, "There's a time limit." I says, "No, but it's within reason, and you've already had at least a minute or two. It's time to go." And he goes, "Don't point at me." I go, "What?" He goes, "You're pointing at me." I says, No, I'm part Italian, I have to talk with my hands. He goes, well, you're pointing at me, and that's rude. Sir, you need to go. And I put my hands on, sir, you need to go. And he goes, well, you're just being rude. And then it's when I said, now I'm pointing at you, you need to go to your dugout now. We're done. And he kept going, you're rude, and I kept trying to get him into the dugout. And that thing lasted about 5 minutes. And the first time, and then the last thing he said before he got booted is, you need to go back and see your mother, because she needs to teach you better manners. Now you're gone. See you later. And then his wife, who was the other coach, came up to pick up the next thing. I said, you're done too for even walking onto the field. So like I said, the minute they got personal, it's time to go. Like I said, I was trying not to throw anybody out, because the last thing Danny Cavallo said to me, which is the league president or administrator for the District 8, Bobby, don't throw anybody out tonight. I'm thinking, what are you trying to say? He goes, don't throw anybody out. I tried my damnedest not to throw anybody out, but it happened. Like I said, once he got personal, bringing my mother into it, it's time for you to leave, because there's no place for that.
And back to my point about seeing a board member, make yourself familiar with the webpage. There's a list of all board members, get their faces. Sean's doing an excellent job keeping everything up to date with pictures and stuff like that of board members. Just get the faces so you know who to go to.
And know who's there before your game. I mean, if you're going to see Mr. Ryan to make sure you got your equipment and everything, who else is here today? And he go, Mr. Smith, Mr. Jones is here. So okay, so I know who I'm going to go for or look for. So like I said, go on the website, see the faces, be familiar with everybody that's on the board, who's going to be there, who's going to have your back. There's nothing worse than going to the field and going, can someone find a board member? Well, who's that? Which board member? Who's a board member? I don't know. And then all that pressure starts to build on you. And you could crack a little bit and you may slip on something. So make sure you're familiar with who's at the field or at the complex tonight. Just know that, and where are you going to be where are you going to be at if I need you? Well, these guys are usually probably right near the concession stand, or they're walking around the fields. There's not a whole lot to go there at the complex. I mean, you could probably do, 30, 40 laps around the concession stand and hit all the fields. So just know where they are. In between innings, you're standing there watching the players. I'm looking in the crowd. Oh, okay, there he is over there. Oh, he's over there. So, just be aware of where these guys are at and who's supposed to be there. It's going to be your quickest out, because if they see you getting into mine, I'm sure they're going to be right out there onto the field.
I'll try to put pictures and stuff maybe on the refrigerator in the umpire room so that that'll help too.
All right, ejections, it's not a common thing to do. I do not go out looking for a game or to a game to eject someone, and you said you've only had one. I've had, over my 20 years, I've had several. And a lot of them could be safety related. Someone bowls over a catcher, someone does something stupid on the field, the mouth gets them going. It's just, little things. I don't go looking for an ejection. I try not to get an ejection. I've had many seasons where I don't have any. And then I've had other seasons where it just seems like I can't turn the corner without, you're out of here. You're out of here. They're not common. You don't go looking for them. You make every attempt not to eject somebody. Insulting or showing up an umpire, using an inappropriate manner, drawing a line in the dirt, swinging high or low. Like I said, a lot of people get that Italian gene where their arms are flailing. If they're almost hitting you, it's time to leave. They're getting very inappropriate, the language, the mouth. It's time to go. Continuing arguing judgment calls. Ball strikes, fair fouls, out, safe. Even after you tell them, because you're telling them at ground rules. We do not argue ball strikes, fair fouls, outs, or saves. If you have a problem with it, keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear it. And I had a guy, and he's been nipping at my heels all night. And I've repeatedly told him, Coach, we're not discussing these things. And it was just that I've had enough of it, and I got that antagonistic bug that just shot out like it shouldn't have, but I let it get out. Goes, Blue, where was that pitch? And I'm ignoring him. Blue, where was that pitch? I'm ignoring him. And he goes, Blue, for the third time, where was that pitch? My time. Coach, for the third time, I'm ignoring you. And he goes, why wasn't that a ball? Because it was a strike. Well, why was it a strike? Because it wasn't a ball. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, and I caught myself after I said it, but it happens. But yet I was antagonistic to him, and it was just one of those things that was like, damn, after I said it, I was like, all right, that's not right, that's not right. But it happens. We all make mistakes. I don't know anybody that's a perfect umpire, a perfect person. It's gonna happen. Things slip out. And like I said, I don't know what I did. I might have been working a 12, 15-hour shift that day. I was tired. And after repeatedly having them, it does happen. I'm not saying that this is something you guys should repeat, but like I'm saying, it does happen. We all make mistakes. And that's my point is, we're all human. And even I make mistakes. Unsportsmanlike conduct, throwing equipment, swearing, threatening words or actions, or failure to follow your instructions, repeated instructions. Doing another game, we're talking state finals, out in FM several years ago. I'm working third base. Last thing Danny Cabela says, nobody throw anybody out, right, Bobby? I'm like, what the hell? I'm gonna throw one kid out and I get a reputation. Coach doesn't like to call up the play. Get him calmed down back in the dugout. Another play comes to the plate, very close play, but the kid is safe. He goes nuts. He starts swearing. He starts slamming things in the dugout. Then he starts throwing things out onto the field. And I looked at Danny and I went, sir, you're gone. And it was like, what do you want me to do? Now he's making a mockery of the game. He's having a temper tantrum as a 40-year-old man. Not right. But like I said, you get these extremes because these guys get so intense into the game, and then they start doing something stupid. You have no choice but to throw someone out. There was just no way around to calm the guy down. Once he started throwing things and the F-bombs were flying out, it's time to go. Because now he's not being a coach. He's just being a big crybaby. Dangerous actions, intent to injure. If he's threatening to kick your butt and he gets right into you and he puts his hands on you, that's when it's time to go. You back away immediately, everybody off the field, and you leave and you go find an adult right then and there. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. The coach puts his hands on you, everybody off the field, and you leave the field immediately. And you go find a parent or a board member.
The throwing equipment, I've seen it with the in the minors, younger kids. They just kind of have trouble controlling their emotions. They might strike out and just kind of throw the bat down on their way back to the dugout. Is that an automatic ejection, or should we try to the kids use their judgment on that?
You should use your judgment on that. You'll know when he'll forcibly put that bat down into the fence. He's frustrated. He's trying to keep it in. Yeah. But I had a kid out doing a senior game, championship game, bases loaded, and he pops up to the first baseman. He was one of their power hitters. He should have crushed the ball. He popped it up to the first baseman caught it, third out, guy's coming to first base, he takes his helmet off, and he spikes it. I don't even think the helmet bounced up a foot before I was already right behind him, ejecting him. I actually beat my partner to the ejection because he was coming from the field to eject him. That right there is blatant. When he's spiking his helmet or slamming his bat and start throwing things in the, there's certain times you can see where the kid's like, ah, and he just drops it like that. But when he gives it extra emphasis, that's when it's time to go. Or if you want to be the peacemaker, so to speak, and you go to talk to the coach. Coach, next piece of equipment that gets thrown, that player's leaving. End of story. And you warn both benches. It's not one of these, okay, these guys throw it, so you're warning these guys, but you're not going to talk to these guys, so these guys get a freebie. You give a warning to one bench, you walk over and give it to the next bench. So they're both on the same playing field. You don't show anything favoritism. I'm warning you, coach. Coach, I'm warning you now. Done, and we're done with. Coaches don't knows. I don't know how many times I've seen this. And this is from a board member. Which one is it? Number 3. This is from a board member that was coaching, and every time I did his game, I'd come out to the field, and his catcher is standing there catching infield without a helmet on. And I just pipe up, Coach, catcher needs a helmet to catch infield. Get a helmet. And by the end of the season, when I still continue to catch him, then he turns to the girl, you gotta be out here with a helmet on? I'm thinking, Coach, you've been catching her, she's been catching you for 5 minutes. and you haven't said anything, it's on you. I mean, it's things you're gonna find. Can't play